This conference will now be recorded.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
There we go.
Oh. Mine's on.
After I shut it off for you.
We will eventually figure these out and then we won't be on the park board anymore.
Sorry. And Miranda's not here, I bet, because she's over in Red Wing, isn't she?
Good evening, everybody. I have lost my voice and Kayla agreed to run this meeting.
If you need me to, I can.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
It's up to you.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm good now. I've done it like 2 times, so I'm ready to roll.
Okay, all right. Soon. I'll take this one though. This call to order for November 4th for the park board. I'll take a motion to approve the agenda when ready.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And opposed. Approved agenda passed. We have minutes from October 7th. Again, a hearty apology that I missed it.
Same here.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the October meeting.
Mary?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on to accounts payable for the month of October.
I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Accounts payables passed for October 2024. No public comment tonight? Just pool board talk. Yeah. You guys okay moving into the pool committee update?
Yep,
All right.
it's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
Okay, so, just to give you an update of where we are as far as fundraising efforts go. The VFW has agreed to set aside their big fundraiser for the pool. They call it Donnie Frank Day. It's on November 30th, and they do raffle tickets. They're selling 400 raffle tickets at $50 a piece. 10,000 will go towards back in prizes, and then the other 10 will go directly to the swimming pool fund. And then that same night, there will be other little raffles, like 50-50 cash raffles. And Tiffany Stensland has talked with the Zeba group. They had a meeting last week. And they're going to put together some, the different businesses in town are going to put together baskets for silent auction. So we'll see if that happens or not. It's pretty loosey-goosey. The main thing is all the raffles and stuff that are there. An ad will be going, well, information has gone out on the Facebook page, and then Zumbrota Town Talks, and then the other, what's it called? What's Happening in Zumbrota. And then a couple ads will be going into the paper this month. And then every person that gets the shopper will get a flyer that talks about all the ways that they can donate towards the pool. So that's going to be coming out in the November 20th paper. We're working on that right now. The ads will be the 13th and the 20th.
Splashy flyer, it's looking good.
I haven't seen it. Karna Kelly is working on that. So she's going to get that done, and Jen Grimsrud is just going to put the ad together because that's what she does. So I just sent her all the information and said, do your thing. So we have the Donnie Frank days that, so those types of things. The other fundraiser that we're doing is we're selling brick pavers. We're going to make a patio out there at some spot to be determined at some point. But that there's a company called Brick Markers USA, and they do this. That's their business, is fundraiser bricks. And so they've done things at Lambeau Field and just all over the United States. So they're very, very well done, and this will be there for life. They guarantee that this will stay like this for life. So, so if you have you can put your name on there, your loved ones, your business name. You can do business custom logos on there. So, different things like that. And that website, so it's just a website you go and you create your own and pay for it right there. And then Miranda here at City Hall gets all that funneled to the right spot. I've already done it, so I've got mine in there.
It was easy.
It's super easy. Yeah, just here's what size do you want, what do you want to put on there, and it tells you, it gives you 3 lines on this 4x8, and it gives you a number of characters that you can put on each one. So I put Bretta Magnuson meets lifeguard,
Yeah,
so.
very cool.
And then I put a little call out and said, all right, other lifeguards and pool managers out there, do the same. I asked Brian if he had any updates on if we've gotten any more donations through the QR code that we have, or if any other bricks have been purchased except for mine. I mean, it gets all kinds of likes and thumbs up and whatever and great ideas, on Facebook, but I don't know if anybody is actually
Right.
doing it. So I don't have an update on that. So,
I have to get the word out for those pavers. That's a great idea.
yeah, that was on, I did a splash on Facebook on all of those sites, and then it'll be in the paper It'll be in that, or in our ad in the paper. It'll be on that flyer that goes to everybody. And at Donnie Frank Day, we will be at the VFW, and I'll have this there, and we'll have paper copies or paper applications, I guess, order forms, not applications, but order forms. So people can do it on paper if they want to, but it's so easy online. And it goes through PayPal. You don't have to have a PayPal account, but that's who all this money, or, it's being funded to PayPal and then to us. So there's that next level, people trust PayPal, so. Let's see, what else? We are going to the Zumbrota Township, Roscoe Township, and Mineola Township. We're meeting with those boards to ask them if they would be willing to kick in some money too, because their residents are not, part of the bond. So, and they all took their swimming lessons there, and all their kids are taking their swimming lessons there, right? So we'll see about that. And then through CETA, they are looking at all kinds of grants that we can apply for. And so they're helping to figure those out and help write all those. So that's happening in that office over there. They're figuring that out. What else? We are looking at doing another fundraiser that is a comedy and dinner night. All these fundraisers are little. We need $1.6 million, right? So all these fundraisers are little. There's a letter that's going out to, so not only is the flyer going out to each individual resident here in Zumbrota that has a mailbox, right? In the surrounding areas that do get the shopper. So it'll be everybody. In Mazeppa, it'll go in the newspaper, the flyer will, only to people that actually subscribe to it. I think it's because they have the Mazeppa Messenger. There might be some sort of thing, but they don't do the shopper to everybody in Mazeppa because they have their own thing. Anyway, but then a letter is going out to all of the businesses in town, and it just gives this little, hey, let's build a pool. It's going to take everyone together. We can get it done. Talks about, financing plan, how we're going to do this. Talks about different gifting levels, and I can leave this, and you'll be getting one in the mail, Bob. I just handed it to you today. But it also talks about, do you want us to buy something specific? Because we had somebody that said, hey, I want to buy the diving board. So we have a pledge for $25,000 for the diving board. But if you want to buy an electrical panel, you can, here's $10,000. I want to buy, boom, this, whatever. Or a pool ladder. Here's $500 towards a pool ladder. And then, of course, in-kind donations it talks about too. So these are going out to all kinds of, every business. So if there are businesses that do electrical and whatever, they'll know that those are options too. And then on the back, it's just a sponsorship or pledge form. So I can leave that with you guys. Let's see, what else? We're looking at doing another fundraiser with Moto Pros with a golf cart. So he's willing to give us the golf cart at cost, and then it would be a raffle sometime this spring. Let's see, what else? I am going to the Zumbrota, the Community Trust. That's what it is. I applied for a grant there, and they don't give grants to brick and mortar things. He said, so good news, bad news. Bad news is we denied your application because we don't do things for brick and mortar. Good news is everybody on this board is behind the pool. So come to the January meeting, and we have discretionary funds that we as a board can do whatever we want to with. I shouldn't say whatever we want to with, but he said, so there will probably be something. And And they might do things like, things for safety or whatever. So buying some of the equipment that we need, or lifeguard chairs or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I go there. But yeah, we had the Hanson family telephone company donated $100,000. It was a match. And so with the funds that we have accumulated, that, that match is there. So we have, I think, 375,000 last I knew, but I haven't gotten an update. So good news, bad news is that we've got $375,000. Burbach Aquatics has said that we need 90% of the total funding to like proceed with anything, which we have enough money. You guys have seen the breakdown of costs of everything. We have enough money to build this pool right now, and then say, okay, let's put up a Quonset hut for now, for whatever, the pool house or bathhouse or whatever, skimp on something, but build the pool. So it's a little irritating and frustrating because we're 70% there of their estimated costs, which aren't real costs because we haven't gotten bids, but they say you have to have 90% of the dollars in order to start doing the bid process. And so I'm not a fan. So I don't know. I mean, I've not worked with them from the beginning on any of this, but I question them each step, because I was like, why would a bathhouse cost $900,000? You tell me. And I did all in the Midwest, the average cost per square foot, but basically it's $633 per square foot is what they're proposing for the bathhouse. I said, there's no business in this area that is $633 per square foot. In the Midwest, including Chicago, the highest was, on the high end is $400 and some per square foot. Tell me how you got there. So we use a Magic Special concrete. Do you now? So I don't know. I mean, you guys as the park board have the the authority over this, right? So you can say, hey, Josh at Burbach, we think this is a little bit excessive, and let's get this thing started. Because if we don't raise, it's very real that we won't raise $1.6 million by May. Very real that won't happen, unless we have some gigantic contributions, just like Hanson's did. We have 10 people that do that. Great. Are there 10 people that do that? That's tough. But so if that's the case, then what happens? Then we go another year without building a pool, and then the prices increase. Right. So.
People get a little like impatient.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there, what are we doing?
Right. And I don't know when the bond takes effect for taxes. I don't know.
Sorry.
So.
Like it's biannual, is it funding or something like that?
Brian would.
Right, does it start like January 1st now because we're supposed to be building this? Or does it only start when we break ground?
At least 26, but I'm not positive on that.
Okay.
And that was one of my questions to Brian was, in order to do this, we had to get the bonding, which that passed, but now we have to raise the 1.6. At what point how far can we go before we actually get the funds to do this? Or do we have to stop at some point? He said it would still go through if we have to go through and rebond or just scale back. That was my understanding talking to him.
So here's my thought on all of this. Let's build a $3 million pool. You know, $3,375,000 pool.
Are we?
And then we can add frills later or bigger things to it later.
Contractually obligated to Vermont because we agreed on the Plan 22.
We've signed contracts with.
Yep.
Yep.
So if we go back and we're like, we want a different splash pad, like how much say do we have in adjusting the design? I think Josh would just tell us flat out. We can't-
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I
If
don't
the-
know.
If the plans are fluid or not.
I'll check on that.
Well, so here's the thing, it's either,
I think the people of the town voted on what the plans look like.
Mhm.
So I don't think that the pool plans should be fluid. Maybe the pool house could be fluid because that isn't the big thing that everybody was looking at, but everybody was looking at what that pool layout looked like. And I don't know if we can have a pool and not have, you have to have something, and the thing that we
Yeah.
have now is not safe. We couldn't open a pool with what we have out there now for
This past summer.
yeah, it wouldn't, the
Yeah.
changing rooms, shower rooms wouldn't pass inspection because of the plumbing.
But there was a, $3 million plan. I don't know what I'll check, but we agreed to the contract. but
Mhm.
There was a $3 million redo of the current pool. So just gut the current pool and then set it back in for about 3 million. I remember that plan.
and that was redoing all the piping and everything.
But no special, just like the basin and a new house.
So then it doesn't, it's not ADA compliant unless you have the lift, the chair lift down into it. As far as the pool goes, but I mean, it is ADA compliant with that lift.
But yeah,
Anyway,
I'll check on that. Are you getting, it sounds like you need financial, like the thermometer, but like as far as PayPal amounts and stuff like that?
yeah, I need that from Brian and Miranda and see what is actually come in. I have had two different financial advisors here in town ask for their clients, saying, okay, how do we, I have a client that wants to move money from their IRA to this, how do we do that? So then I have to get Kim involved because, not exactly sure. So, so she got back to them. We have a tax ID number for it. So there are people that are interested in donating, and so we will get more money, but I just don't want to have to wait until we have 1.6 million or 90% of 4.6 million to start, to demolish and dig. We got I don't know if Brian told you this, but there was a preliminary demo that came in a lot less than what Burbach, what they thought it would be, or what they gave as their amount, so.
I've been there. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know if this is just the process, but I like your reasoning.
Yeah. So,
Has anyone reached out to the tribe to see if the tribe would donate money?
no, that did not get brought up. We,
I think there's
So-
a new person in residence over there that probably would be more willing to talk. But you have to go in through the right channels. You have to make an appointment through the office to get up the levels to talk to the people who can make those decisions.
well, we have, so Mayor Hamel is going to be kind of he's got a list of businesses that he's going to talk with that aren't necessarily in this area, but their employees live here and whatnot. So he had a whole list that he was gonna talk with. Karna Kelly gave Brian the Mayo and Olmsted medical links for donations, and so he was gonna follow up with those. And, you know, who knows? I mean, I think for like donations this year, we are on the short end of it, because most places, if they're thinking, hey, we're gonna be giving for the next year, their process was probably like the Zimbrota Community Trust, where it had to be in by October or whatever, but we'll find out. So.
And then, it looks like you have funding for the ads and everything, and that process is working well.
So yeah, the $2,000, yep, that we got for that is great. And then, yeah, so those bills will just come to the city, and then they'll funnel them to the correct account.
What else can we do for you?
Come to all the stuff. I mean, just talk out there. We did talk with Hub Foods, and they're gonna put the display that we have here down in their lobby right as you walk in. So that will, I should say Nelson's, not Hub Foods anymore, but old habits die hard, right? So if you see stuff on Facebook, share it to your feed, you know, and I don't know, anything that's out there. And
Keep going.
keep going.
It'll happen.
Well, yeah, and I want it to happen like on time. So I want them to like start digging, because otherwise we're gonna be looking at larger dollars. So we'll see what we get from all these different places, and, you know, hopefully the information that goes out to everybody in the paper, I mean, open up your shopper, don't just toss it in the garbage, right? Because that'll be in there. At least the flyer will fall out onto your floor. And you'll have to pick it up and look at it. All right, that's where we're at.
Thank you for everything you're doing.
We have one person on our fundraising committee who has small children that would be using the pool. All the rest of us are old frogs that would either have kids that are lifeguard age or beyond. So if you know anybody that would be willing to be on the committee and help, and it's just a lot of, you know, worker bee stuff, kind of, you know, like, hey, come sit at this event and help. But any and all ideas are welcome. We have a lady that's gonna bake lefse and do all her proceeds towards, you know, the pool. So every little thing helps, right?
Mhm.
It does.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we all agree that it's quite an effort. Keep on supporting it.
Mhm.
We can move on to campground fees. Got some shopping going around. Are we applying this to our decision of this meeting? To adjust the fees?
So next month.
Three different Terry campgrounds that she included for you. December will have the approval for them.
Thank you. We've been advised to make some money, be responsible and adjust our fee schedule for the campground, and
Way behind where we should be, to me. Thank you. I got a question about the pool, Mike. Didn't we look at one point at doing some demo out there?
We did.
Yeah, and did that just die on the vine or what happened?
I had a quote and was getting a second quote, and I was told not to move forward with it, that it was gonna be incorporated into
The whole deal? Okay, yeah, because I could have swore we talked about that at a meeting that we were
Yeah, I
gonna,
thought we did too.
yeah, I would just, if that would at least
Give
get the
some-
ball rolling at least a
Right.
little bit. Has there been any more damage out there? Any more vandalism or anything? Okay, well, that's good to hear.
And I guess the one comment about, I was talking about scaling the pool back to $3 million pool. You know, I think that's where we started. And we've already downsized, I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me, but that pool's already downsized from what it is.
Mhm.
Right.
We started somewhere around 3 million. Inflation has gotten us.
Mhm.
So I'm
Right.
not sure what a $3 million pool would give us now. We'd be downsizing quite a bit again from.
Right,
Yeah, I don't think
I
that's the
don't think
answer.
we can do that.
no,
And I don't think we could, but to your point, I don't think we could if we wanted to.
right.
Because we're contractually bound to follow through with what we signed up for.
Mhm.
Yep.
But, okay, thank you. Sorry to interrupt. I was like, I thought we talked about that.
Mhm.
but Glad I'm not.
not sure, well, that's where it gets a little tough when you ask one and got quotes. Now it's hard to go back because.
Back to them again after the fact
Right.
again.
And that price is gonna change again.
Right,
You know, I mean, if we were gonna do it, I wish we would have done it.
Well, yeah, now the snow is gonna fly pretty soon.
mhm,
Yep,
It's gonna get thrown into that bid and who knows, you know.
right,
Somebody might make it a reduction in their bid, but they might offset it with something, you know, how the bid.
right.
They might offset
Yep.
it, or that one might be high if they've got something.
Right. All right, cool, thanks.
I was gonna ask too, because she said that the total donated was like 300 and something thousand. Is that with because didn't we donate like 200,000?
200,000.
We did.
Yeah,
But it might
So
be
is
that
that
she doesn't know
included,
those
or-
finances if they haven't
right.
given her the
Okay.
updated finances.
I would like to know where we're at updated
Right,
too,
and really they
Because-
should be giving the pool committee monthly,
at least.
a report monthly, what the,
Give them a spreadsheet.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, so that they have current numbers as of that
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, give them a spreadsheet on who's donated what. I think that information should be shared with them.
Yeah,
Absolutely. 100%.
And I think it should be going out to the public, that this is what the total is that's been,
mhm,
and they should just have a running article in the paper.
Yep.
This is what's been donated, this is what we need,
mhm,
Correct,
and this is what we have to have before we can put plow to ground.
correct.
right,
Regular updates
Mhm.
along with the
Mhm.
financials.
yeah. So I didn't know if that included our donation or not, that's why I was
I
asking.
don't think
don't think
it
it
does
did.
at all. I don't think
Because I mean,
that's
that's
any
kind
of
of
it.
that's a significant amount of
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
you know, to jump from 375 to 575, you know?
Yeah, we
So-
gave them the seed money, that's doing the flyers and the t-shirts and all that
Yep.
stuff, but not the 200K that we gave them the first meeting after
Yep.
the thing was passed.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that's just my curiosity though, so.
yeah,
And then the bond value, the value of that, what we bonded for counts towards that 90%, right?
that is correct.
Yeah, okay.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
All right, campground fees, sorry.
Yes,
We
sorry,
diverted
we really
there.
went on a tangent there.
We digress, as they say. So you're not looking for action tonight on this, are you, Mike? Just this is for information for the
For next
December
month.
meeting?
This is a stupid question, but what do we charge now?
I was just gonna ask the same thing, Mary.
What do we charge now? I don't see that.
35 a day, isn't it?
I'd have to ask.
I think it's 35 a day if I remember correctly.
Okay,
And that's then for a motorhome.
40.
Right, I
And then-
don't remember what a tent site is. Something tells me 20
Pull through.
off the top of my
Okay.
head.
Yeah, so we're,
Because I walk by the sign all the time on my walks. That's why I remember it.
And I think the dump station, that's something that
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think we,
Or B for the pump.
right.
yeah, we had some discussion, I don't know if you were here, Mary, but we had some discussion about that a lot of people utilize the dump out there with no charge.
Yeah. And then how do we regulate?
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion altogether.
Mhm.
Here, the one place has a per night or then a week, if they give them a week commitment.
Yeah,
I like the Frisbee and webinar prices. It would increase the dump station charge.
Mhm.
As far as the tent rate, I'd make the tent rate pretty low, unless they want electricity, of course. Why, you may ask? Because Lebanon and Billsby both suffer from E. coli problems in their rivers. And if we have dump station in our river, we could at least apply the money to some cleanup. And then a tent site, I think a tent camper is just free styling it anyways, and they should have money to be free like that. You know, pretend it's a Appalachian Trail kind of price, just want to pass on through in tent.
I think that's
Maybe.
fair.
Yeah.
Drop some kids in there too, you know,
Mhm.
teenagers that just want to drop a 20.
So the only thing with the center is they will be using the That's the only thing. There's some use there that they don't really get charged anything for.
Electricity.
That's part of, I think that's part of the cost.
Regulation, we could put those keypad locks on the doors and give them the code. Or a dump station has a padlock or something on it, maybe.
You'd have to put a fence up then, and we can't put a fence up, can we? Around the dump station?
Oh, what we have is, we have to have some sort of screening.
Those are just my thoughts. I'm not putting that on you guys to agree.
Okay, so we have to decide on this next week or next month, right?
Next month, yeah.
yes.
So can we ask for the current rates so we can compare and then just make a decision?
Yes, that would be great.
Do we need to make a motion on that?
I don't think we gotta do
Okay.
anything until next month.
Well, if you guys are comfortable moving on, we'll talk about the little free library being requested in the Woodlands.
It is England and all of them.
They should build it.
She would, I think she's done.
Cool.
Perfect.
Is there a good spot up there for one, you think? Okay.
Can we sanction the books in it?
What's that?
I don't even know if you wanna go down that road.
I'm just kidding.
This is being recorded,
We are
dude.
way too close to tomorrow, all right?
I'm just kidding.
See my blood pressure here in about 200?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm still getting ads and I voted early.
Well, they don't know that.
Stop messaging me. Like 3 texts a day, like, I'm done. Anyways, sorry.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the free library.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Thank you, Denise. Very kind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other discussion you guys want to pop into tonight?
I'll just give a little update on the campground. So all the rocks put into the pads, the electric boxes, the meters are all installed, and we will be getting $14,500 discount from Schumacher's because we did a lot, well, we had already.
Oh. Sweet.
This has gone on for some time now too, so trying to figure out what we should do for that basis. Bathhouse, we will start that. It's just got to be.
Yeah.
All the sewer and waters there, electrical boxes all set.
Cool.
Looks good. Looks really good.
I haven't been back there. I should drive back there.
You should drive back there. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's really well done.
I haven't been back there in a long time.
Looks like it always should have been there, honestly.
You know, and the bathhouse, then the bathhouse will be, it's needed.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
I sent out an email to Tesla for their superchargers when we put those 50 amp boxes in for the food trucks. And I was inquiring about throwing some car chargers in their park or something. And there's, it took months, but they responded to me. There's like an IRS grant, 30% tax write-off. I haven't really dug into this too much, but I'm just laying that out if you ever want to add onto our 50 amp box a Tesla supercharger and have electric car charging, a solar panel on it or something.
I think Kurt has been working with Excel Energy and some of those too. So
Yeah.
you can pass that information along.
Nice. Okay, I'll pass the Kurt. Okay.
I'm ready to go to bed. I'm so tired.
Now's the time to order native seeds and DNR trees. Just throwing that out there too. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I'm good.
How about entertaining a motion to adjourn?
I have to say that.
Oh, come on now.
Okay, I'll entertain.
All you're gonna do is entertain?
I know motion to adjourn.
Was that Bob?
Yep.
Mary? Seconds?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, and thank you so very much, Park Board.
Thanks, everybody.
That's for Miranda.
I'm just exhausted.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Yeah, you too. We'll read some